One of the most difficult people to love and to heal from are those with selective empathy. Now, for those of you who don't know, this person is wildly charming and affable and giving and dependable to everyone else, friends, coworkers, strangers. But when it comes to a real relationship, when it comes to the people who love this person the most, they are almost cruel. They're calloused. They're cold. They're distant. They're shells of themselves. They're not that charming and fun person out there, that performative person. And that's the problem, is that they have never equated love with consistency. Love to them is a performance. And they're only like this to people that they get something from. And then when they get home, the person, their loved one is like, "Hey man, you hurt me when you did this." And then this selective empathetic person is going to be like, that's not a me problem. I'm going to go. I'm going to leave you when you're hurt, and I don't want to deal with this, because they can't. Has my father written all over that. So I wrote down several things that you need to look out for, signs that these people, like my father and like some remnants of my older self, this is the type of stuff that they do. They're overly charming and generous, but mostly in public. Like I said, when it comes to being in the home, they're cruel and cold and distant. Bad sign. Two, they listen well until it's about you. They will change the subject or make it about them. So the empathy just completely disappears, and they can't have the conversation about you because you have depth when it comes to this relationship, and they're not about that depth. Number three, they apologize to others. They make it right to even strangers, but they justify everything with you. God, I can see some of these situations so clearly with my father. It's insanity. They'll turn any grievance into oh, that's just a misunderstanding, or they'll actually blame shift and say, no, that's a your fault kind of thing. And four, they crave admiration more than connection. They need to be seen doing good, but they're cold in private. I'll admit that in my worst days, I was very guilty of that aspect of it. So these are four things you really want to look out for these types of people, so that way you're not falling for someone who's 10 out of 10 going to hurt you, if not in a grandiose, specific breakup way, on everyday little jabs that make you feel so small and so unimportant. So yeah, this is love with strings attached. They only give where it benefits them the most, and they just haven't loved that. They haven't learned that love isn't a performance. It's consistency when no one is watching, and that's the thing that's the driving factor between most of these videos that I make, is that consistency. If you're not getting that consistency when no one is looking, you've got to bounce.